Hello there, welcome back to the third challenge, and in this challenge we're going to be looking at anagrams. First of all, an anagram is whereby we're having two strings. We are comparing two strings in this case. The first string should be having this. If one string is an anagram of another string, first of all they have to be having the same number of characters. So when you look at an example here, we're having an anagram function taking in two strings. The first string is fairy tales with a punctuation of a question mark, and the other string is very safe to the punctuation of an exclamation mark. So, an anagram, we consider that anagrams we're having the same number of characters. Each characters have to be having the same number of quantity in both characters. So here, if we're having one F, we should be having the same F. We should be having one F this side. If we're having two A's, we should also be having two A's. If you're having one I in this string, we should be having also one I. So it goes on until the last string. So these two strings are indeed anagrams because they are having the same number of quantity of each characters without considering white space and punctuations. So the assumption here is that we should not consider white spaces. We should remove white spaces actually and punctuations. One of the first steps we're going to take is first of all we have to remove white spaces and punctuations. And to do that, we're going to utilize regular expressions in JavaScript. So let me just give you a brief example here. Now in my terminal, so we are going to execute Node.js. By typing Node.js, we are going to enter the Node.js console. So I just press enter to enter the Node.js console. So let me give you an example of, let me consider a word like const word equal to a string, let me say hello there, with a white space. Remember, you're having a white space and punctuations. To remove the white space you're seeing there and those three punctuations, we have to use a regular expression. There's a specific regular expression we're going to use. So you're going to use another function called the replace function in JavaScript. So we're going to remove those white spaces. You're seeing this white space here and these three punctuations there. So we're going to have a word. We're going to use the replace function to replace those punctuations and white spaces. So replace. So inside here, this replace function will receive two arguments. One will be an empty quote, and a regular expression. So the first will be this regular expression. We pass a caret symbol. Caret. Is it a backslash, a forward slash? Yes, pass this. Pass a W. That. Then backslash. Then a G. Another argument. That's an entire argument. This thing here is a regular expression. Then the second argument will be empty quotes, like that. So the resultant of our string should be a string without white space, and these three punctuations shouldn't be there. So the resultant of when we console word, we should be having a word without punctuations and white spaces. So this replace function plus these regular expressions will remove those punctuations and characters. I press enter. You see the resultant of this, we're having a string without white spaces and punctuations. Another assumption for this problem, we should consider that capital uppercase letters should be the same as lowercase letters. What do I mean by this? By this, we are going to change uppercase letters to be lowercase letters, so that here So that in this example here, if you're having these uppercase letters, if you're having something like this, if you're having fairy tales in uppercase letters, fairy tales, so this should be the same. This should return a truth value because we have to convert these into lowercase letters. So to do that, we use a JavaScript function called to lowercase. So we shall have, so here we shall have word. Let me first console log word console. Let me first see what I'm having currently. Console.log word. So I'm having this original word, the original word which is having punctuations and lowercase letters. So I'm going to create a new variable. Oh, Control C. So const clean. Let me just call it clean string. Yeah, will be equal to this word that replace. Yeah. So when I console.log clean string, should be having a hello word, a hello there word without uppercase, without white space, and what, and punctuation. So first to make it lowercase. Oh sorry, I'm going to console.log console.log. We're going to remember we're having a clean variable which is having which is containing our word without punctuations and word and white spaces. So for us to have a lowercase letters, we have to use a function called to lowercase. So we're going to type console.log clean dot to lowercase. Oh sorry, lowercase like this. So should be having a hello there, hello there, without punctuations, without white spaces, and also lowercase letters. So this is what we are going to utilize to solve this to come up with a solution to this problem. So first of all, I'm going to create a utility function, a helper method, which is going to clean the string, then compare those strings. So I'm going to create a utility helper method that cleans the string by removing white spaces and punctuations, and also converts it into a lowercase. And after that, we are going to sort. We are going to use a sort method. What is a sort method? Sort method. So a sort method is a method that applies on arrays. So when you're having an array, for example, an array of 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 100, then 2, no, let me say 9, 8, or 7, like that. So the way you hear sort method, it will sort this from into ascending order. See? So let us see an example of that in our terminal again. So we're going to our Node.js console, or I would have it here. So let us have an array like 1 from 1, 3, 5, 10, then 6, which is not ordered, then 9. When we sort it, the sort shall end up with a sorted array. So this method acts on both arrays and characters. So we also have characters, let me say A or Z, C, and E, 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 then B, so what the sort method, it will just sort this into ascending order. So it will start from B to sort this into alphabetical order. You see, we're having B, C, E, Z in alphabetical order. So we're going to use the sort method applies on an array. It won't apply on anything except an array. So let us finally do the solution after those two examples. So let us create a helper method as earlier promised. Function, I'll call it a cleaned string, cleaned str. To have a string as a parameter, and in here I want us to simply return this string str dot. The first thing you're going to do is to remove white spaces and punctuations as I earlier promised. So I'm going to use a replace method as I showed you in the other example in the console. Replace, and in here we're going to pass the arguments I told you. This our correct symbol, don't forget that. I always confuse this forward slash. I always confuse this slash and the slash. I think this is a forward slash and this is a backslash. Yes, I'm not confused. Yes, and our W, then our G. So that's the first argument. We pass in this function, the replace function, then our empty quotes. So by that we're having a string which is without white space and punctuations. So then after that we're having a string here without punctuations and white spaces. So we have to convert that into lowercase characters. So we're going to use that to put to that lowercase method, lowercase. So we also have an uppercase method to uppercase, but in this case we're going to use that to lowercase method. I want to use the to lowercase. We chain that to lowercase method. So after that we chain. Remember we want to sort. We want to sort this. So to sort that, at this point we're having a string. But to sort, a sort method applies on an array of characters. So to get an array, remember in our previous challenge we looked at in the first video, when we were looking at a reverse string method, reverse string solution, we looked at a method called the split method. And I told you a split method just converts the string into an array of specific characters. So now at this point we're having an array of characters. See? So that array we can now then sort. We can now sort it. I told you sorting just rearranges the order of those characters in alphabetical order. Then after that we can remember we looked at the join method also when we were looking at a reverse when we were reversing a string. So we also know join finally joins back those characters back to form a string. So at this point now we shall be having a string, not an array, and that string has been sorted in ascending order. Okay, so if we are to test out this solution, if we are to test out this clean string method, let us execute it here and see. Clean string, we pass in a hello with a white space there with punctuations as many as you can. Okay, so let me execute that. Okay, let us console log it and see. Console.log Okay, let me execute that method and see. We're going to execute node anagram.js file. You see we're having a hello string that has removed the white space. It has also removed the punctuations, and on top of that, it has sorted this string in ascending order. So that's why we're having hello e. The e's are the first because they are the first in the alphabetical order. Then we have the h, we have the l's, we have like that. I think you can see that our string is now clean. So after having this clean string, we're going to use this clean string into our anagram function. So in that anagram function, we're going to call the clean string by passing in these arguments you're seeing here, the first string and the second string. So in that we shall be comparing. When we use this method, we're going to compare. So let us just do it. Let us call the clean string, and pass in the first string. See? Then we are going to compare this. If the order and the number of characters are the same, then this will be an anagram. If they are not, then it won't be an anagram. So this is as simple as that. It's very simple. This method here removes the white spaces, removes the punctuation, it converts it into lowercase characters, sorts, and then joins back. So we shall be comparing the whole string with the other string. So if we compare this, equal, use the equal method, clean string, as simple as that. Second string, passing the second string. You see, when passing the second string, if these are the same, see, if these are the same, they are the same in the number of quantity of the characters. If the quantity of the characters are the same in this string and this string, then we shall be having an anagram. Okay, so let us just return. So the output should be either a true or a false. Okay, let us console log. Let's test out our solution by calling anagram function, passing two arguments. First is the first string we are comparing with the second string. So let us use these very things. Let us use this very string here. I'm going to just copy this. Let me just copy this uppercase to bring out what I was explaining. So I pass it here with punctuations, and even add another punctuation to prove that our solution is right, and another argument. It will be real safety. So let us execute this and see. Clear the console first of all. Then we execute node anagram.js file. True. Wow. We've succeeded also in the third challenge of the day. Wow, wonderful. How about the string? Let's test also the string, the false case scenario. We pass this string here. Just copy this with punctuations and white spaces. You can even add a white space, and this I use there. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, let me execute this. I should get a false because these are not anagrams at all, because the number of characters are not the same. See, false. We're having a false here because these are not anagrams. Wow, we've succeeded in the anagram solution. We've come up with another a solution to this problem. Meanwhile, There might be very many solutions to this problem, but I came up with this solution because I see this is the easiest solution you can think of in this problem. Okay? Wow, wonderful. So I come to the end of this video. If we can make a recap of this video first, I took you through how to remove white spaces and punctuations in a string. I took you through an example in the node console here. I also showed you how to convert that string into a lowercase by chaining a lowercase method onto the string. I also showed you how to split. At this point now we can be having an array. Then as I showed you how the sort method does. The sort method acts on an array of characters or numbers by rearranging them in alphabetical order in case you're having alphabetical characters. So after that, the join method, it will act on the array that has been sorted already. Then it will join back those arrays into strings. So we created a clean string method which returns a clean string which has no punctuations, it has no white spaces, and it is already sorted and also in a lowercase format. So we called the string method by passing in the first string we are receiving as a parameter in the anagram function. So the first string is being passed into the clean string. We also compare that with a clean string method which is receiving a second string. If those are the same, meaning the characters are of the same quantity, then that will return a truth value, meaning that this is an anagram. And if they are not the same, it will be a false, meaning that they are not anagrams. Thank you for watching this video. Please, I will continue to remind you to like, share, and subscribe this video so that I can get the momentum of creating other videos. Thank you very much. Shall meet in another video. Bye bye.